Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sally Lemus. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. COVID-19 task force plays hide and seek with a man refusing to quarantine. Also tonight, MAGOFNA sweeps the special election. And more free meals coming into the homes of skilled children. In sports, the NMI selects its first official team for the Mini Pacific Games. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
You are everything that matters to me, and I promise to do whatever it takes to keep you healthy, to be comfortable, and to be free. I love you. As long as we're together, I'll always make sure that home will always be our best place to breathe.
I got my COVID vaccine. How about you?
আমার আছে কোভিড-19 এর টিকা আপনার আছে কি?
ได้รับวัคซีนโควิด -19 แล้วนะคะแล้วคุณล่ะคะได้รับวัคซีนหรือยัง
Tapos na po ako magpa-COVID-19 vaccine. Kayo naman po. Tapos na rin ba?
I did it. I did it for you.
Just do it.
Do it for us.
I did it for my friends.
I did it for my family.
I did it for my daughter.
Let's do it together.
And there you have it, McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwich. From the makers of the world's most stolen fries. The juicy chicken sandwich from the place that offers extra napkins for a reason. The tender chicken sandwich from the creators of a sandwich phenomenon. So you won't just be biting into a chicken sandwich, you'll be biting into McDonald's new crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Half a day to the Wami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Monday, October 18, 2021. A man who refused to finish the required time for quarantine escapes the facility and is now under police custody. David Butterfield was arrested by police this morning along Middle Road after he went public with his escape from quarantine. Butterfield took his concerns to social media on treatment towards passengers who are vaccinated and who are not. Butterfield states he is not vaccinated but has antibodies, no symptoms of COVID, and has already tested negative for the virus twice. So why must he stay in quarantine? Butterfield left his hotel room Sunday night and went home. According to the COVID-19 chairman, Warren Villagomez, Butterfield used the fire exit to escape.
Gentleman exited from a fire exit and exited based on the camera findings on the north exit. We have DPS on the front, and we're elevating security. You know, as we continue to try to simmer down our operation as well. We're going to be adding security here on because this is non-tolerable action.
All inbound travelers are required to fill out a health declaration form prior to arrival in the CNMI, which will indicate their vaccination status and determine how long they will be in quarantine. Villagomez states the entry requirements are based on CDC guidelines and on the executive order from the governor.
That's a violation of basically the directive that we have out in regards to being quarantined and leaving quarantine site without being released in accordance to all the health protocols that we have in place.
Villagomez states upon discovery of a missing person in quarantine, action was taken immediately.
We were able to activate the DPS and our contact investigators, and now he's in custody. We haven't determined the length of time that he's going to be in custody, but someone like this could also be a threat to the Sinamay community. As we all know, we are community infection-free, so we want to stay and continue on infection-free in our community.
Police were able to apprehend Butterfield around 10 a.m. this morning. The Commonwealth Election Committee submits Karina MAGOFNA's certification to the legislature today. According to the official and certified tabulation of the Commonwealth Election Commission, Democrat Karina MAGOFNA swept 60% of votes in the special election for Precinct 3. Executive Director Kayla Igato says the CEC board tabulated 1,217 votes for MAGOFNA, while Grace P. Sablan Vallanae received 808 votes. Precinct 3 has a total of 3,600 voters. CEC received 26 absentee ballots and almost 2,000 ballots from early voting and election day. Igito states the board submitted the certification of MAGOFNA's win to the legislature earlier today. Now the legislature will decide when MAGOFNA will fill in the seat of the late Ivan Blanco for the House of Representatives. School children will receive an extension of food benefits next month. It's called Summer Pandemic Electronic Benefits, which is an extension of the PEBT children previously received. The Nutrition Assistance Program released information that children eligible for summer benefits will receive $438, which will be in the form of NAP coupons, better known as food stamps. Distribution on Saipan will begin on November 13 and will be based on the last name of the head of the household. Identification will be required to be presented upon receiving the benefit. To determine if a child is eligible to receive the coupons, they must have been an active recipient of summer school or any of the summer months, June, July, or August. This means if the child was in summer school in June but not July and August, they would still be eligible. For households who have already received the regular PEBT benefits, applications will not be needed. Summer benefits will automatically be processed for eligible children. For households who missed to submit an application for the regular PEBT and want to avail of the summer PEBT, they may visit the NAP office in Saipan, Tinian, or Rota. Available pickup time will be 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. beginning today, October 18, until November 30. Applications must be submitted in person with a copy of a valid photo ID. The Sinamay is near in implementing a universal garbage collection system. Governor Ralph Torres has already created a task force for the universal garbage collection system for the Sinamay. Gary Sword is the chairman for one of the committees who tells us more about it.
We will be doing house-to-house garbage collection. You know, garbage, everybody wants to pay when they get something, but they don't want to pay to dispose of anything. So that's why littering has become a problem, but it's also a public health issue. It's also an economic issue because tourism is our only business, and it just gives us a bad name.
The idea is simple. Collect the garbage, process it, and dispose of it in a safe manner.
Thousands of containers coming in every year of goods. Where do all these containers go? Where does all the contents go? Well, it goes to our landfill. We dispose of 60,000 tons of garbage every single year at our landfill, and we're running out of space. So we do need to do something to make sure that we collect all of the garbage, properly dispose of it, and come up with some innovative solutions to reduce the amount of waste that ends up in our streams, in our oceans, in our roads, and all over our island.
The force will have 4 committees. Sword will head the Outreach Committee, Gary Camacho will head the Logistics Committee, Matt Dilonguru will head the Cost of Service Committee, and Kodep Uludong will head the Comprehensive Planning Committee. Governor Torres is expected to reach out to the mayors of Tinian and Rota for more representation.
So ultimately, again, it speaks that we want to address our littering issues here, and we need to address it holistically, and that's the reason why we have Rod and Tinian um, uh, partake on this garbage collection. But we got good options, and hopefully in the next within a month, 2 months actually, right, Gary? Within a month, you'll have an update on some of the information and some options on how to approach this universal garbage collection.
6 tested positive Friday, and 1 more tested positive today on a 5th-day test for COVID-19. According to CHCC, the individuals were identified through travel screening and were confirmed positive for the virus through 5th-day testing. The individuals have been quarantined and are actively monitored. CHCC has already initiated contact tracing for the most immediate contacts of the new confirmed cases. Currently, there is no active hospitalization. That brings the total number of COVID-19 cases to 289 since March 28 of last year. Coming up, turtles, and more turtles. Stay tuned.
Green sea turtles and hawksbill turtles call the Mariana Islands home. They are an important part of the marine ecosystem. They are under threat, and they are protected under CNMI law. Keep plastic out of the ocean. Keep vehicles off the beach. Use the Sea Turtle Stranding Hotline if you see poaching activities or if you see a turtle in trouble. Call 287-8537 and save a turtle.
Check out the Shake Cafe at Gold's Gym. Shakes are a great meal replacement, and you don't have to be a member to come and grab a quick and healthy lunch. Red Velvet is the Gold's Gym Smoothie of the Month, priced at $5.50. It includes your choice of low-fat or soy milk, protein, strawberries, and Oreos. Just 280 calories, 20 grams of protein, and 60 grams of carbs. Bring your own cup and save 50 cents. The Shake Cafe at Gold's Gym in Garapan.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. Live Your Dream Award was Saturday night on Navy Hill.
A beautiful sunset looking out over the Philippine Sea at the Lighthouse Restaurant Saturday night was a perfect setting for the Live Your Dream Award, annually given by the Seroptimist Club. The club was formed 100 years ago and provides women and girls with access to the education and training they need to achieve economic empowerment. It operates in over 100 countries and has over 70,000 members.
Tonight we will be awarding 3 deserving women with our Live Your Dream Awards.
Tracy Narita was the keynote speaker. The director of Tax and Rev shared a very personal life lesson.
I cried all the way to the airport, mostly because of fear. Maybe I wasn't making the right decision. Was this selfish for me? Was this the best thing for her? But I knew I had to trust my intuition, and that said that I would be okay.
Narita graduated from Kapiolani Community College and then Washington State. She's been the director at Tax and Rev for the last 2 years and is also an entrepreneur and mother of 3. Mercelin Kanishi Palek was the Live Your Dream awardee in 2018.
When I applied for this award in 2018, I was going through such a turbulent time. My grandmother had just passed unexpectedly, and I received the news that I won a few days after we buried her. 3 days after I received this award, at a gala dress like this, Super Typhoon Mewtwo hit and destroyed my home and damaged, majority of our belongings, like many of us had experienced. Because when it rains, it pours.
When a woman gets a degree, it benefits her community.
3 winners this year. Jomanda Manglonia was the first place winner, and 2 second place finishers, Kaylani San Nicolas and Jennifer Benavente. They will all share $5,000 in assistance.
When I found out that this hope became a reality, I was beyond happy because I could find and see my dreams coming true.
It's Sea Turtle Week, and this week, each newscast, we will take a look at some of our favorite local residents.
NMI has some unique residents that come ashore periodically. This is a green sea turtle, and it's not called green because of the shell color. It's green because of the color of its fat. If you look at its head, you can see there are 2 scales between its eyes. This is a hawksbill turtle. It has 4 scales between the eyes and more of a bird-like beak. Sea turtles need a lot of energy, and they can munch on up to 16,000 calories a day, and they can live up to 70 years, but baby turtles face very long odds.
Very low numbers, but they do nest repeatedly, which is good because the survivorship is very low. So the turtle biology is lay a lot of eggs and hopefully one will survive.
Lisa Stukowski is the Endangered Species Program Manager for DLNR, and her job is to keep our local turtles swimming and laying eggs. One of the biggest local threats to our turtle population is the poaching of turtles for meat. And while turtle was traditional food, the lower population numbers these days mean that old habits need to change, and environmental conditions could mean the meat is bad for you anyway.
Consumption of turtles actually has high metals and some different infections, so it's actually not as good as it's purported to be, especially in today's environment where there's lots of plastics, there's lots of contamination, nothing is as clean as it used to be, and that includes turtle meat.
J.D. Herndon is a sea turtle outreach specialist, and he says baby turtles pretty much just float with the current.
When they're so small, they are kind of at the whim of the ocean currents from where they hatched out from, because they're not really strong enough to fight against those currents. And at that time, they're in this feeding phase of eating small invertebrates and stuff that are out in the open ocean.
Once they grow in size and strength, they have more control over where they go.
So a big question is where are the turtles that are here, where are they coming from, where are our nesting turtles going? And being able to tag sea turtles allows us to answer those sorts of questions. And it wasn't until recently that we found out that our nesting turtles, those being our green sea turtles here, those are actually, when they hatch out, they end up going out into the open ocean, and they end up as juveniles, when they're large enough to swim into foraging areas, they're foraging in parts of Japan. And so we've actually done a little bit of outreach this year with teaching some Japanese students in the southern islands where they have green sea turtles about how our turtles come up there to feed.
CNMI has a sea turtle hotline. The number to report a stranded turtle is 287-8537.
Thank you. Coming up in the sports report, girls volleyball finishes up an exciting season. Let's see who won. Who are the winners? We'll find out.
For the different beats of your life, we're here to keep you connected the way you want it. Plans made for you, by you. Build your own bundle with Link. Select the internet, entertainment, mobile, and home phone plans that fit your lifestyle. Pay for what you want, not for what you don't. Build your own bundle and save with Link.
I got my COVID-19 vaccine. How about you?
กำลังรู้อรซุเวลาโควิด-19 กำลังรู้อรซุ
Esta usually is COVID-19 vaccines are good.
I did it for my kids.
I did it for my friends.
I did it for my family.
I did it for you.
I did it.
Just do it.
Do it for us.
Let's do it together.
The Tan Su Lin Foundation promotes the culture of giving back. The foundation and its generous partners are committed to supporting programs that include health, education, and sports. Initiatives that promote arts and culture, the environment, and tourism will benefit our community and our residents. Giving back and making a difference will help ensure that the island paradise we call home will be a better place to live.
Tonight's sports brought to you in part by Tan Holdings through the Tan Su Lin Foundation, making communities a better place to live.
Buenas sports fans. Buenas sports fans, the NMI has selected its first official team to represent our islands in the Pacific Mini Games next summer. Let's meet Team CNMI in golf.
Tryouts ended Saturday for the Northern Marianas golf team over at Coral Ocean Point. They've risen to the occasion, says NMI Golf Federation President Ed Manabusan, a member of the 1990 Micronesian Games Organizing Committee, by the way.
Making this golf course and this place available to all of us today. We worked so hard to get a golf course to sponsor the tournament for next year, and we are so glad that CUP, Coral Ocean Point came with a great reward for us to have the team here.
Out of these will come our tournament players after another qualifier before the actual games. JJ Atelig shot a 1/73 Saturday in the final round to secure that #1 seed on the men's team. There is a confirmed field of 108 golfers next summer. He says they should appreciate the new-looking course.
The course is long, one of the longest in our region. It's well kept now. We're very happy with the new company that took over, which is Whelan. And they're well maintained.
Doong Tenorio clinched second seed. Little League World Series player Harry Nakamura is now an international golfer, while grizzled veteran Joe Kamikaze Camacho is a repeat member of the team. The fifth and final spot goes to Marco Peter on the second playoff hole against Franco Santos. What? Oh, wait a minute.
Although I came out on top with in this playoff hole, I know it's going to be a busy year for myself and our CEO, Ben Babalta. So I'd like to have the honor to allow my good friend, my good buddy Franco to represent us.
Congratulations.
The Ziyun led the juniors, while Joshua Atelig and Antonio Narita also survived the cut and the course.
It was only tough in the morning because it was raining hard and the wind was strong.
How challenging is this golf course?
It's very challenging, it's very long. It's, of course, the longest course on island, I believe. And
what's the best score you ever got out here?
Maybe like low 90s.
Can you do better?
Yeah.
Lowest score?
Like mid 80s.
Can you get better?
Oh yeah.
A score of 277.
Making this team is no laughing matter, that's for sure. Just ask Mike Coble.
Hey, how you feeling?
I'm too proud of myself right now.
Were you surprised?
I'm really surprised because I'm not supposed to be here. One of my friends brought me here, so now I did it.
Race Rowreiner and Janet Torres also qualified for the women's team. Jimin Jing and Sorian Oh for the juniors. JJ and 15-year-old Joshua are entering as a unique father-son combination.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of emotion because I think this is the first time, a father and son actually made the national team. He's been working hard. I know at times I push him, but I pushed him to the limit where it brought him somewhere, which is, making the national team today.
Those national team shirts, just the beginning of the swag in store for these Linksters.
All right, good luck, you guys and girls. All right, coming up, we've got those volleyball highlights that were promised. GCA Lady Eagles, the defending champs, looking good against a strong and determined MHS1 squad. Let's see some of the action from Friday night.
I guess the air conditioning hasn't been fixed yet. Would MHS1 throw a wrench at the Lady Eagles championship dream? MHS1 defeated Saipan International School to secure a berth in the finals. SIS finishes third. Here we go, championship match. MHS1 serves. Lady Eagles set for their big hitter. The Dolphins were depositing their serves, but they had no defense for Hae-Jin Elliott. She can hit hard, and she can hit soft. MHS forces extra points in the first set before falling. GCA dominates the second set. It's a great game, but it's GCA Lady Eagles winning the championship, and it's okay to get excited.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw.
Buy one, get one free for the off-road adventure at Mariana's Trekking. Come ride our side-by-sides at our best price ever and experience a great 90-minute trail ride. Rain or shine, hopefully rain. Book now at Mariana's Trekking. Saturdays and Sundays by reservation. Call 323-8735 or book at marianastrekking.com.
Our high temperature today was 88, the low 79, humidity right around 77%. That's standard for us. Tomorrow mostly cloudy, some showers here and there, east winds around 10, seas 3 to 4 feet. The high temperature in the high 80s, low in the high 70s. Sunrise at 9 past 6 tomorrow morning. There's a high tide in the morning, a low tide after lunch. Sunset at 5:54. And that is your news, sports, and weather on this Monday here in the Northern Marianas. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you back here on Wednesday.